after 27 seconds, Hashimian. It looked as if there'd be plenty of goals to come, but good defensive work by Kazakhstan. In the second half, Iran continued to attack. Once again, Hashimian beating the keeper, scoring his second, and that made it a final score of 2-0 to Iran. Group H, and it's Kazakhstan in the blue against Laos, and the first goal coming in the 33rd minute, Kabayev scoring it. And then just a few minutes later, it was 2-0. Yamzatov, the man who scores this from short range. Off the keeper's hands, but 2-0 at half-time. The second half, and Laos with some opening opportunities, but Kazakhstan launching a series of attacks. And more goals to come. This time it's Zubarev in the 50th minute. And 5 minutes later, he scored his second. 3-0. It'll be Zubarev on the end of the pass. This makes it 4-0. And the final score, 5-0 to Kazakhstan against Laos. And to wrap up Group H, Laos against Iran, who are in the white. They open the scoring in the 26th minute. Kazantadar scoring the first of 2 Iran first half goals. But before half time, Laos getting one back. The man who did the scoring, Kafif Subin, leaving the goalkeeper flat-footed. And weren't they happy about that one? But at half time, it was Iran leading 2-1. In the second half, it wasn't until the 74th minute that Iran was able to really establish its authority. Mansuran scoring goal number 3, and then in the 81st minute, Yazdani beating the goalkeeper, goal number 4, before the hot striker Alday scored 2 late goals to make it a final score of Iran 6, Laos 1. Teams to go through to the second round: Turkmenistan, India, Uzbekistan and North Korea in Group 1. Group 2, Japan, Korea, the United Arab Emirates and Kuwait. The teams to advance into Group 3, China, Tajikistan, Iran and Oman. And the Group 4 teams for the second round: Qatar, Lebanon, Thailand and Kazakhstan. The top 2 teams from each group enter the quarter-finals. There's been some great football to start the Asian Games and much more to come.
It's an early morning start for the women's marathon, 6:30 in the morning in Ayutthaya province, some 33 kilometres away from Bangkok, for the women's marathon, the 42-kilometre race. What a prestige event it is at any games. A field of 10 lining up. There have been 2 withdrawals from what was already a small field, and it's expected to be, well, a Japan versus China battle. But the Democratic People's Republic of Korea's Kim Chung could have something to say about that. Likewise, Kim Hye-hyung from Korea, expected to do well. But the 2 Japanese runners, Naoko Takahashi and Tomoko Kai, no doubt will run strongly. And from China, Pan Yin-hong and Wang Yanfrang, expected to be among the leaders. So there is the first 8 runners from the field of 10. Runner 2 and runner 7 out from Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan, but everything in readiness for the start. So, well, 12 runners there on the start list, only 10 taking part. Of course, the early morning start because of the hot, humid conditions in Bangkok, and away they go. Some 2.5 hours running ahead of them, and immediately Naoko Takahashi, the 26-year-old from Japan, goes to the lead, skipping away very quickly. A brisk start from her. Takahashi out in front. Ruwayati from Indonesia just tucking in to the front position in the following pack. The Indonesian girl is just 21 years old. So she, in fact, is moving away from that group in 3rd place and trying to maintain contact with Takahashi at the front. A long, long way to go. The third place holder at the moment, Pan Yinghong from China, is leading that group out. Yinhong came 11th in the London Marathon this year, so with that sort of credential should do well. Takahashi already putting a big gap between her and the rest of the field. So Naoko Takahashi making her intentions clear. She is going to lead and try to blow them away. Now the course, leaving Ayutthaya from the start at Mongkol Borpit Temple, travels along the Asian Highway and heads down the Bangparin elevated roadway to the finish line at the main stadium in Thammasat University Sports Complex in Bangkok. Yinhong Pan, they're leading the group, and Ruwayati from Indonesia has dropped back to join her. In fact, it almost looked like a movement from her saying, just stay behind, I'll lead the group for now. So a group of 6 in second place, already some distance behind Takahashi from Japan. There she is, the leader. Lightly framed Takahashi. 38 minutes gone. This is Yang Frang dropping back. Came 13th in the London Marathon, Yang Frang, but must be said heavier build than this lady, the leader. Takahashi looks confident, even though she is running into a headwind at the moment. But she's a clear leader. If she looks over her shoulder, she'll get a real boost of confidence. 43 minutes into the race. Now a couple of the back markers here. This is Siravan Kedavong from Laos, 28 years old, but dropping back well behind the group in second place. And Radha Shrestha from Nepal, also well back now in something like 10th place. Only 19 years old, the girl from Nepal. Now this is the bigger group. Ruwayati from Indonesia, Pan Yinghong from China, Kim Pyai-yong from Korea, Kim Chung from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and Tomoko Kai from Japan, all in a group, but a long way behind the leader Takahashi from Japan. Takahashi taking some water, trying to cool down. Very warm, of course, in Bangkok. There's Yang Frang. She is, in fact, well back now. So the current stage after 15 kilometres, Takahashi leading from Pan Yinghong. And she looks very strong, doesn't she? A real spring in her step. Must take quite some confidence, though, to go out to such a distance, out in front, by a long way. Very lonely out there, of course, as well. But she is taking the race by the scruff of the neck, claiming it for herself, you would have to say at this stage, even though we're only halfway through. It's going to be very hard to topple for the gold medal. Now, Tomoko Kai, 1360 from Japan, just taking over at the front of the second group. Takahashi aiming to take the first gold in a women's marathon for Japan. This is Sonisa Pechprongprai from Thailand. She says she's only in the race to gain experience and has had difficulty sleeping lately, so not expecting to do all that well, and is dropping back. Siravan Kedavong from Laos also back some distance behind the main group. Takahashi taking a drink. Can't expect too much support, I suppose, from the crowd. They'll be supporting Sonisa when she comes past in a little while. Now, here is Tomoko Kai, the Japanese girl, 1360. Just in front of Kim Chung. Chung came 26th in the Atlanta Olympic Games. take a look at the current standings. Takahashi from Kim Chung, Ruayati from Indonesia, Tomoko Kai from Japan fourth. 2 minutes elapsed now, just 20 minutes left in the race. You can see the weather conditions, 32 degrees, 90% humidity, and that's at 8:30 in the morning. It's a good thing this race did start early. All of the camera crews keeping a close eye on Takahashi as she nears the main stadium at Thammasat University now. What a moment this is to enter the main stadium. 14 minutes ahead of the rest of the field. The gold medal will be hers. And in fact, the Asian Games record is going to be easily broken. It's held by Chinese runner Zhong Huandi at 2 hours 29 minutes 32 seconds, set at the last Asian Games in Hiroshima back in '94. In fact, the Olympic record is not all that far away from Takahashi here. 2 hours 21 minutes 4 seconds. She checks the clock. Probably just beyond her here, the Olympic record or the world record. But look at this great performance by Naoko Takahashi. Just a brilliant run by her, and look at the pace at which she is finishing the race. The women's marathon, introduced in 1984 at the Los Angeles Olympic Games, gathering popularity in Japan, and Takahashi, there's the world record, 2:21.06. She's just outside that by 30 odd seconds, coming to the line now, strongly finishing it. What a performance by Naoko Takahashi from Japan, the first gold medal of the Asian Games. Over 42 kilometres, she's averaged just under 18 kilometres an hour. A new Games record, smashed the old Asian Games record in these humid, hot conditions. That is magnificent running. Now, in second place is Tomoko Kai from Japan, and Kim Chung from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea coming around and blasting towards the finish line. Look at Kim Chung go. She is racing to the finish to dash hopes of a Japanese gold and silver. But that's a great performance by Kim from the People's Republic of Korea to take the silver medal. And finishing in third place, Tomoko Kai. Now here is the Thai runner, Sunisa Pechprongprai, finishes strongly in front of her home crowd, but she is out of the medals. So let's take a look at the final results in the women's marathon. Naoko Takahashi from Japan taking the gold in 2 hours 21 minutes 46. Kim Chung from the People's Republic of Korea, the silver, 14 minutes behind Takahashi. And third place, the bronze, Tomoko Kai taking the bronze for Japan, 2 hours 35 minutes. Gold and bronze to Japan. Great performance by them.
好了，那我们现在呢是欢迎大家再次回到我们的卫视体育台。那我刘勇跟庄勇呢依然是在第13届亚运会的开幕式典礼。那我们现在可以看到呢，在现场呢准备进行一些运动员进场。但之前呢，大家可以看到呢，在场地上穿白色衣服这些的，全部都是来自 King's Royal College。其实我们看到，在之前的国王进场的这段时间，可以看到呢，在整个的泰国人的心目中，国王的地位确实是非常非常的崇高。其实，在过去的几届运动会当中呢，可以看到呢，之前都是有一些充满了民族色彩、穿上民族服装的一些的军乐队呢带领，当然有一些是代表了地方的色彩，好像我们看到前面有抬着有象牙乐队，之后呢就是不同的大旗，那大旗呢都是象征着本届亚运会上面的一些个标志。那现在看到呢，这乐队正经过的是，它也是经过我们的正前方。
那现在呢，就是穿着古代士兵服装的人员，他们是手拿着亚奥理事会的会旗。
其实我们刚刚看到的这次呢，还可以看到呢是有一些选手呢是进入场地了。那其实刚刚呢，我们在画面上看到了泰王家族当中，他的孙女呢其实也是运动员了。
对，他将会参加这次一个马术比赛。
好了。
Well,
那我们现在看到这个就是旗海，那经过主席台的时候呢，都会把旗呢是降下来。那看到了有一些呢是青年团。那来自呢这次呢是参赛总共呢有11个国家，9000接近1万名运动员进场。好了，那我们现在看到了第一支进场，由于是它是根据呢泰文的排列，第一支进场的队伍是柬埔寨，他们这次呢是派出了40名男运动员，12名女运动员，总共呢是52名的运动员。然后看到柬埔寨呢是有人口呢是1120万。所以呢，在整个的比赛当中呢，其实以实力来讲呢，柬埔寨的整体的实力上呢，应该在东南亚国家来讲呢，也不是叫做很强了。那柬埔寨呢，在过去的亚运会的历史当中呢，他参加了6届，包括的是54、62、70、94，另外还有94年。接着现在进场的是卡塔尔。那卡塔尔呢，在上一届呢，他是获得了总成绩排第10，总共是4金1银5铜。那另外呢，我们可以看到呢，卡塔尔呢，它呢有人口呢是并不是很多，只是有49万多人。它的首府呢是达哈，参加过亚运会的是5届，从1978年开始参加的。那接着进场呢，就是本届也是非常有实力的一支队伍，韩国。那韩国呢，在上一届的总成绩呢是第3。那现在韩国拿旗的这位选手呢是白湘俊，他呢本身是一个手球的选手，现年呢是27岁。其实韩国在很多项目上呢都能够跟中国呢可以叫一争长短。看到的是国王跟王妃这比赛呢是运动员进场。那泰国呢已经第4次主办这个亚运会。其实我们看到这次呢，因为呢，南韩跟朝鲜，也就是韩国跟朝鲜呢有一个排列次序的争议，本来是安排在前后次序，但是呢，朝鲜说不愿意跟着韩国的屁股后面走，所以呢，现在呢看到呢，原本排在第4的，现在呢调上来了，是排在第5位的，先走到第4，这就是中亚，看加盟的是吉尔吉斯。对不起，哈萨克斯坦他们是在撑杆跳、摔跤，另外呢还有体操以及女子5项当中呢是都有实力问鼎的。他们在上一届的亚运会呢是第1次在解体加盟共和国参加亚运会，他们就获得总成绩是第4名，总共夺得27金、25银，另外呢还有27面铜牌。好，接着进场的这个呢是科威特，那它的首都呢是科威特城，它有170万人，也是参加了亚运会6次，从1974年到1994年。科威特呢在上一届亚运会呢，它总成绩呢是排第15，总共取得了3金1银5铜。那科威特呢这一届比赛，其实他们在部分项目当中呢，特别是一些摔跤啊、足球比赛当中呢，他们都是有机会能够夺取金牌。其实在这次的比赛当中，我们看到呢，这次运动员进场呢，其实大会呢有一个规定，就是不能超过80个人，也就是说人数多的国家呢可能会受到一定的影响，因为他怕时间呢难以控制。好，现在呢才是另外一支解体的前苏联加盟共和国吉尔吉斯。那他们在第1届的中亚运动会上，也就是在97年9月的这届中亚运动会上呢，吉尔吉斯坦获得第3名呢，总共夺得13面的金牌。而在上一届的亚运会呢，他们总成绩排在第23，是获得了4银5铜，并没有金牌的进账。现场呢有一些也是代表本国的一些记者，那当然也要跟自己球队打个招呼。再来看到另外一支呢是来自中东的队伍约旦。那么看到约旦呢，他在上一届的总成绩排第 银2铜。这些在整体实力上呢，并不是说十分的强，他们只参加了亚运会呢，过去参加2届，这一届是第3届，1986年，也就是1994年。这个国家呢是拥有人口呢是380万，那相对来讲是属于一个小国。约旦进场之后，按照我们的程序呢，就应该是中国队进场了。
对，那中国队呢，这次呢总共是派出了822人，有运动员呢596人。那手拿旗帜呢是中国男子篮球运动员龚小彬。那这次中国运动员他们最大年龄是38岁的射击选手王一夫，那最小是游泳选手齐辉。那这次呢，中国运动员呢，他们有125人参加过亚运会，121人呢参加过奥林匹克运动会。
对呢，我们看到这次中国队呢，他们总共是参加了32个大项当中的308个小项，也就是说，他们除了4个项目卡巴迪、空手道、壁球、橄榄球没参加之外，其他的全部都参加。而且呢，大部分的赛事呢，他们都有问鼎冠军的机会。
对，因为中国呢，他们也曾经也说过，中国代表团团长袁明说也希望这次呢能够还是在亚洲称霸。我们看到中国奥委会主席吴孝祖。
现在是非常的兴奋啊！
我们觉得现在在现场呢也非常热闹起来了。
因为我们看到，就算在机场接飞机的时候呢，也是看到呢是很多华侨呢来这里接机。那这中国的体育代表团呢，也是本届外来的体育代表团当中呢人数最庞大。
我们看到是前中国奥委会主席何正良先生。组委会好像对中国运动员是特别的优待啊。
对，那我们看到接着进场的这个就是沙特。沙特呢只有一个持旗的运动员进场。其实我们可以看到呢，在沙特呢，其实在这次的赛前呢，也曾经是传出一些消息，因为各种不利的因素呢，他们是不想参加比赛。其实我们也可以看到，另外呢，在接着进场的这个就是叙利亚。那叙利亚呢，在上届的总成绩呢是排第13，他们总共取得了3金、3银、1铜的好成绩。那其实呢，在叙利亚呢，他们本身自己在国家当中的人口呢是1400万，也是相当不错。那接着呢，这就是日本日本上届的总成绩呢，他们是排在第2。那日本拿旗的这个选手呢，值得向大家介绍一下了。她叫宇津木丽华，女的拿旗子。这个呢是3年前从中国移居到日本去的女子垒球选手。那日本呢这次派出的代表团人数也是相当多。那她在上一届呢是获得了64金、75银、79铜，以1面金牌压倒了韩国。那这次日本代表团的团长呢也是表示，他呢这次呢目标还是要把韩国压下去，那起码自己呢能够是站在了上面的位置。但是呢，他虽然心里说是跟中国有一个差距，但是我们知道在这一届比赛，应该在游泳项目当中，日本队呢很可能会跟中国有的一争啊。
对。
不过这次我觉得日本代表团也蛮奇怪的，找一个移民日本3年的中国女选手，前中国女选手来持旗子啊。
他们这意思是不是要把
over the years? Turkmenistan, population of 4.2 million. They've got 53 athletes here. The crowd's giving them a big cheer. In fact, the crowd's supporting every single nation here, and quite right too. 39 men and 14 women competing here in 9 sports. And they tallied up 7 medals last time out with 1 gold, 3 silver and 3 bronze.
There's great enthusiasm for all the teams from the crowd.
What a stadium, David. It really is magnificent. Look at that.
Chinese Taipei, 392 athletes, 229 men, 163 women. 29 sports they're competing in. They won 43 medals in Hiroshima. 7 of them were gold. First competed in the Games in 1954. At times their presence has caused political problems. They've twice not been allowed to compete. Good to see them here.
Tajikistan, another of the newly emerged satellite nations. 86 athletes, some of the traditional colour of that country there, look, in their main banner. 82 men and 4 women competing in the 13th Asian Games in 14 sports. And they got a little foothold last time out with 2 bronze medals. They've got the bit between their teeth this time, and we're expecting some hot performances from Tajikistan.
Yes, of course, they, like the other Soviet states, former Soviet republics, made their debut. Nepal, on the other hand, were there in the very first Games of 1951. They've missed 2 games since. They've never won a gold or a silver medal, but they did win 2 bronze medals 4 years ago. 93 athletes this year, 77 men, 16 women competing in 13 sports. A population of 23 million. Of course, the capital city somewhere rolls off the lips. Kathmandu, one of the most exotic capital cities in the world, nestling in the foothills of the Himalayas.
Well, you couldn't get further away from the Himalayas than Brunei, just showing how diverse these games really are. Not a lot of snow, but an awful lot of sand, and they're fielding 29 athletes. And girl power has made its mark in Brunei. We have 1 female athlete, 28 males, 6 sports they're competing in. And they're only a tiny nation with a population of 260,000, but they made their impact last time out with 2 bronze medals.
Yes, and the woman athlete called Maradin Karatido she's competing in Karatido, which is Brunei will be hosting the next Southeast Asia Games, by the way, next year. Bangladesh, a vast country of 125 million people with so many natural problems caused by typhoons and floods. 44 athletes, all of them men, competing in 8 sports. They won 1 medal 4 years ago.
On to Bahrain, another one of these small nations that wield immense power in the world financially. And they're here with 11 athletes competing in 3 sports. They have yet to win a medal. And the arena starting to fill up now as the teams take their places in that central area.
Pakistan, 132 million people, the capital of Islamabad. First entered the Games in 1954. 105 athletes, including 2 women who are competing in tennis and yachting. 17 sports in all being contested. They won 10 medals 4 years ago, 4 silver and 6 bronze.
Now the smallest, I was going to say the smallest nation competing here, Palestine, but without a capital city, it's nearly a state. But they're fielding very proudly 22 athletes and competing in 5 sports. As if it's getting rather warm in the stadium there.
The team from the Democratic People's Republic of North Korea, the only team to have more women than men in their delegation. 108 women and 89 men, 13 sports being contested. Didn't win any medals 4 years ago. first competed in 1974.
Hosts of the second Asian Games way back in 1954 when I was but a baby. 76 million people in the Philippines, and they're fielding 263 athletes here. 175 men, 88 women, competing in 12 sports, and they produced a medal tally of 13 4 years ago, 3 gold, 2 silver, 8 bronze. And we're only halfway through the nations, giving you some idea of the enormity of this event.
From a nation of islands, the Philippines, to a nation of mountains, Bhutan, again in the Himalayas. Just 1,865,191 in the kingdom, with a capital of Thimphu. 15 athletes, 10 men, 5 women, and not surprisingly, the majority of them competing in archery, because it's a way of life there, a way of sustaining your own life.
And now to Mongolia, who competed in the football yesterday and produced a fairly extraordinary result. A population of 2,500,000. And they have got 127 athletes here, 94 men, 33 women, 18 sports they're involved in, and with a tally of 9 medals. In Japan 4 years ago, they had a gold, 2 silver, and 6 bronze. Mongolia.
I don't think they'll want to be reminded about that football, losing by a record score of 15-0 to Uzbekistan. The Maldives were also in football action today. Tiny island state, of course, 280,391. They first competed in 1982, have never won a medal. 36 athletes trying to change that. 34 men and 2 women competing in 5 sports.
And Macau, another small nation really, only 500,000 population, but they're fielding 64 athletes, 38 smartly dressed men, and 26 smartly dressed women. 12 sports. They won 2 medals in Hiroshima, no golds unfortunately, but bronze and a silver to take home.
For the former Portuguese colony, of course. Malaysia, who so successfully staged the Commonwealth Games earlier this year in Kuala Lumpur. Their delegation made up of 152 athletes, 114 men, 38 women, competing in 20 sports. They won 19 medals in Hiroshima, 4 of them gold. They first entered the Games in 1954 in Manila.
Myanmar, where's that, you may ask? Well, you'll probably remember the name Burma. This is the new name. 46,800,000 population. Capital city, Yangon. They're fielding just 50 athletes. And once again, more women than men in their team. 21 guys, 29 girls, 5 sports. And last time out, they went home with 2 bronze medals.
Another of the Gulf states, Yemen, 15 in their team, including one woman. 5 sports they're competing in. They first entered the Games in 1982, and they've yet to win any medal in any games of any description. Let's hope they can break their duck over the course of the next fortnight.
And now the People's Democratic Republic of Laos or Laos, 5 million population, and they're presenting 81 athletes at these games, 65 men, 16 women, and they're competing in 12 sports, and we wish them luck. We hope they'll take home more medals than they did last time, because last time it was 0.
Yes, since first entering the Games in 1982, their tally is 1 bronze medal. The Lebanon have won 2 gold medals since they first entered the Asian Games in 1978, but haven't won any medals at all in the last 2 games. 61 in their team, trying to change all of that. 54 men and 7 women. It's lovely to see so many more women athletes emerging from Arabic nations now. They're contesting 15 sports.
And now fairly close to where we're sitting at the moment, the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, 75 million population, capital city of Hanoi. 121 athletes, fairly evenly distributed between men and women, 63 guys, 58 women, 16 sports, and they won 3 medals in the 12th Asiad, 1 gold and 2 silver.
Another of the island states, Sri Lanka, who were one of the original competing nations back in 1951, of course in those days known as Ceylon. Since then they've won 5 gold medals, when they won 1 silver, 1 bronze. 90 athletes, 71 men and 19 women, and altogether they're competing in 12 sports, and well, certainly their team being led with a difference, adding to the colour and spectacle of a wonderful evening. I don't think I'd like to tangle with that gentleman. I suspect he might be one of the wrestlers or possibly a weightlifter.
The United Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi, the capital, just about 2 million population, and out of those 2 million they've selected 80 of their finest, 76 men and 4 women.
And their team, including a member of the Dubai royal family, competing in shooting, as indeed all 4 of their women are competing in the shooting event. Dubai, of course, really become a major sporting venue for horse racing, for tennis, for powerboating. It's one way that this country, the United Arab Emirates, is promoting itself to the world.
And sand dune racing as well. 10 sports here, not including sand dune racing. 4 medals was their tally last time out. We hope they get a gold. They got a silver and 3 bronzes before. A night for the youngsters to remember.
And now a team that I know will get a lot of support from many members of our production staff on Star Sports, who are now based in Singapore. Amongst the population of 3,440,000 there. They've competed in every single games, won 13 golds in the process, one of them 4 years ago in Hiroshima. 120 athletes this time, 92 men, 28 women, and they're competing in 16 sports.
And the size and the numbers never fail to surprise me. The hosts of the very first Asian Games way back in 1951 And then the 9th Games in 1982, India, with a population of almost 1 billion, 236 athletes here. And they're very smart turbans, 158 of the guys, and the ladies in their elegant sarongs, 78 of them. 22 sports they're competing in, 22 medals they had last time out, with 4 gold, 3 silver and 15 bronze.
Another of the most populous nations in the world, a population of 209,774,138 in Indonesia. They come here with a team of 129, 76 men, 53 women, competing in 21 sports. They won 26 medals 4 years ago, 3 of them gold medals, and they're another one of the nations that have taken part in every one of the Asian Games, starting in 1951 and then continuing in 1954 in Manila, and then continuing on a 4-yearly cycle.
They hosted the 4th Games in 1962 as well. We move on to the Islamic Republic of Iran now. 63 million population, hosts of the 74 Games, which was the 7th Asiad, with the capital of Tehran, fielding 212 athletes, 198 men, 14 women. Another one of your weightlisters leading the guys down there. 23 sports they're competing in, 26 medals. They won in Japan in the last Games, 9 gold, 9 silver and 8 bronze. Some sort of consistency there.
From one of the nations who competed in 1951 to another of those that made their debut 4 years ago. Uzbekistan, the team that inflicted that 15-0 defeat on Mongolia in the football yesterday. And they've sent a large team here, 219, 163 men, 59 women, competing in 18 sports, and they won 40 medals in their debut 4 years ago, and 10 of them gold. I know that the president of Uzbekistan is a great sports fan. He stages a magnificent tennis tournament there every year, which, from a purely biased point of view, I'm delighted to say has been won both years by Tim Henman.
We move on to the Sultanate of Oman, with a population of 1.7 million. They're fielding 34 athletes, dressed in absolutely the right costumes for a hot Bangkok evening. 34 men, no ladies, 3 sports, and they didn't win a medal last time out.
Competing for the first time since the return to China, of course, Hong Kong. They've won just 1 gold medal since first competing in 1954. That came in bowls, but with Olympic champion, their only ever Olympic gold medalist, Sansan, competing in the windsurfing. They have high hopes of adding to that total. 214 athletes, 164 men, 50 women. And 4 years ago, they won 12 medals, 5 silvers and 7 bronze.
Wait for the cheer now, because we enter the athletes of the host nation, Thailand, and not just the host of the 13th Asian Games, but the 5th in 1966, the 6th in 1970, the 8th in 1978, and the 13th in 1998, with the largest squad of athletes, 803, comprising 491 men, 312 ladies. They're competing in 38 sports, and that's a clean sweep of the sports. 25 medals was their tally last time out, just 1 gold, but 11 silver and 13 bronze. The host nation, Thailand.
day at the 13th Asiad, the first world record of the Games. And a golden start for the host nation. Weightlifting, cycling and much more day 2 action from the Thai capital, Bangkok. Great excitement at the start of the handball competition. These great rivals, Kuwait and the United Arab Emirates. It is 18 all with about 4 minutes to play. And this match will go right down to the wire. Kuwait in the blue. The United Arab Emirates led at half-time, but only just by 2, 11-9. At one stage they led by 4. That was the biggest break of the match. It has been a sensational performance. 18 all. Kuwait in the blue, driving it around. The shot from outside doesn't go. Working inside. Number 20 there is Al-Zabi. Number 5, you can see, is Al-Kashti. And real concern on the bench. Can't quite work his way inside to get that shot away. 10-6 was the biggest lead of the match, the United Arab Emirates. Good block, good save. Al-Nuami in the goal for the United Arab Emirates. Still Kuwait with the ball though. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Nothing in this match. The shot was wide after the whistle too from Al-Kahashi. So it's going to be brought back into play. Off the knee, so quickly it goes back to the Kuwait side. Who will crack first in this terrific encounter? Tempers were frayed earlier on. The players settling down now to fight this match out. In goes the shot, he gets it! Kuwait by 1, just under 3 minutes remaining. The goalkeeper could do nothing about that. 19-18 it is, as the clock strikes down to 2:53. This game is so fast. United Arab Emirates trying to work it in. They're just not getting the scoring chances over the last few moments. Number 7 there, Mataya. The equaliser again, 19 all. Al-Kabi scoring the goal that squares it up. Under 2.5 minutes to play. It's a battle of tactics. Substitutions can be made. 7 players on the court from each team. But plenty of reserve bench for both sides as well. So 19 all. Important first round encounter between these two powerhouse sides. The shot doesn't go in. He's brought to the ground. It has got very physical in this match throughout. Both sides desperate to win this one. So going in for the penalty. Ball with Al-Zabi. He's been in terrific form throughout this match. What can the goalkeeper do? Al-Nuami in goal. Al-Zabi with it. Shoots! Gets it! It's Kuwait back in front by 1. Oh, this is a thriller. The crowd really enjoying it. And the United Arab Emirates need to fight back again after they held that early advantage. Defence back in place for Kuwait. Passing it around. In goes the shot. Just wide. Opportunity going out there to Al-Safa. Time ticking away, but still the game up for grabs. This is such a fast game. There's the turnover. Quickly it goes down court. Scoring chance. In. And it's all tied up again. It's 20 apiece. Oh, what a thriller. Chance for Kuwait to drive it forward. Less than a minute to play. 20 all. United Arab Emirates with it. Passing, finding the loose man. The defence back in place for Kuwait. No whistle. Quickly down the court. Oh, big clash. Out came the goalkeeper. And players crashing down. That one has really hurt. Number 15, Salah, Abdullah Salah, has hurt his back, and there's a red card. Matei will be the player sent off. Kazim Matei for the United Arab Emirates. And suddenly they're down a man. The penalty. In! Less than 20 seconds to go. And Kuwait might get away with this. Quickly down the other end. Chance for a late shot. Not there. Here's the penalty. Can he equalise? 8 seconds on the clock. Aji has the ball. The left-hander. Throws. Save! Great save. And as the seconds tick away, Kuwait come away with a win. It's a thriller. Kuwait winning it by 21-20. Oh, what a match. What a match and what a win by Kuwait. 21-20 after the United Arab Emirates led by 2 at half-time.